Hello, wonderful souls. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. Thank you for tuning into today's video. We have 6 cards to pick from. We're going to look into what your spiritual gifts are, what your psychic abilities are, and some guidance, some advice, some messages from your spirit guides and your higher self. Go ahead and pick from the 6 cards that are over here and see which one is calling most out to you, and we'll dive into the video. Welcome, pile one. Let's take a peek at what your first card is. 53. Use your hands. Craft, create, mend things, build things, knit, crochet, if those are things that you really enjoy doing. Spirit acknowledges that you're very crafty, you're very creative. For a lot of you, for some of you, if you have been working a lot and you have been having this thought in the back of your mind that you want to do more hobbies, they are encouraging you to go forward and do this because it will bring you so much joy. It's something that will bring you a lot of peace as well. We have Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? Nurturing yourself is coming through a lot over here for you, pile one. There's a lot of healing, caring for yourself, guiding yourself, learning, teaching yourself. There's a lot of things that you've probably had to do for yourself for a long time. And this attributes to your abilities and your gifts. This is probably why a lot of who you are is a giver. Spirit is acknowledging this and they're saying this is super good of you and they love this of you, and people can get so much good out of you and you in return from them. But they're also saying to nurture yourself as you would others. I'm hearing that you really enjoy taking care of animals. You may have pets. You nurture them very well and they love you. In astral level on the other side, they do connect with you and you connect with them on the physical and on the other side too. Regardless if you really acknowledge it or not, you may have a feeling of this already existing in your life right now. Let's go deeper into what your spiritual gifts are. Spells and alchemy. Your spiritual gifts do tie in with these as well. With spells and alchemy, alchemy is doing things with your hands as well, putting things together. These gifts are talents and supported gifts from spirit where they help you and they work alongside you. They help guide you through it. Any manifestations that you do, they are working with you. You're a great manifester. A lot of people around you even become very surprised, perhaps even jealous, that you can receive things which seems like in no time, but you know the process. You know that there's a waiting game that needs to happen. Not everything comes exactly when we think we need it, and you have a clear understanding of this. We have numerology, precision. With alchemy and spells and use your hands, there's a lot of precision work that goes into it. And you acknowledge that this is an ability that you possess from many lifetimes before. If you see a lot of synchronized numbers lately, they're reaching out to you. This message is meant to come through to you for you to experience more with your creative spark. We have more gifts coming out, which is another card, Oracle Wisdom. You probably even dabble with tarot readings, oracle readings for yourself, any form of divination. It can be very helpful for you and others. These are gifts that some of you may not be practicing so much or may have not acknowledged so much. For some others, I am feeling that you are already attuned to this. For the people that are not, these are things that they're calling out to you, that they're showing you these are your abilities, these are your gifts, these are something that we are guiding you through. You're very powerful in this. And with the star shining through, I'm seeing that there are a lot of people around you who may shine a little bit or a little bit brighter, but You stay in your own field, you stay in your lane, and you grow, you expand. I'm hearing you are a walking oracle. When people need guidance, even though they don't want to admit it, sometimes they do go to you, and they might sneak in a little bit of like their problems just to get some of that guidance and that wisdom out of you. And it's not really malicious in a way where they're just, they can't do it themselves, is what they believe. So they go to someone who's been working so hard to get to this point where they've connected with source consciousness, with all of the knowledge that's lingering about in this ether. You're connecting to it, you're picking up on it. Perhaps even astral projection. For your abilities, we have pendulum, decision. Your decision making is very clear. If you use the pendulum for any divination, that's spirit letting you know that this is your way of experiencing things, your way of expressing things, your way of connecting and downloading. Many different ways, it seems. Book, knowledge, more wisdom coming out. You may even enjoy writing if you're a good writer, or spirit may be letting you know that if there's a book that you've been wanting to write, or a comic, or a short story, or poem, or even a song that you've been wanting to write, they're encouraging this. They're saying that you have a great calling for this. There may be something in store in the future for you when it comes around this. We have crystals, healing. If you have crystals or work with crystals, this is something that spirit has put onto your path so you can become closer with spirit, so you can become closer with your abilities. This will also help your abilities to expand further. So if we use crystals on our third eye and hover it, you'll feel that little energy surge around your third eye. If you rotate it in circular motions, this could help clear any blockages, as well as awaken certain abilities. And if you are on the road where you have awakened abilities, you're just practicing through mastering them, meditating with them, and understanding them to a further extent. They're encouraging this path that you're on and saying that you are very strong, you are very wise, you have the knowledge within you. You are a walking book, you are a walking oracle. People come to you and they seek guidance regardless if they want it or not, because even if they don't want it, they're going to come to you because they know you're going to have that wisdom. You have a lot of healing energy. People that are around you that really enjoy you and are truthful to you, they really understand and know your true light. They see that you work within light. I'm hearing for some of you, if you have been wanting to go forward with using Oracle and Tarot as in a work form where you are helping others, they're encouraging that as well. Purpose, judgment for numerology, precision, number 28. This precision, this working into what you're doing, all this hard work you're going through, it's going to pay off. Expanded awareness. Things are going to expand for you. Number 16. Spirit is letting you know that you are on the path that you are supposed to be on. You are expanding your horizons, your abilities. Don't let other people get in the way of it. Keep yourself grounded. People may not understand right now what you're going through because you're expanding your awareness. Your purpose is to be on this path where your abilities are able to grow and flourish and help others. We have starseed, what lights you up. You are a starseed. I was getting that. You have a light within you that shines and is meant to be down here. You were sent down here for a very strong purpose to expand others' awareness as well as yours. This expand your soul's awareness and your soul's purpose. In our society, worldwide, is not really where the humans can be. We can expand ourselves to a way where we open up those closed doors within our pathways, within our psyche, within our physical abilities. Because how strong can we be? How mentally strong can we be? How phenomenal can our abilities really become where they become the norm? That's the path that you're on with a lot of other light workers as well, with a lot of other star seeds as well. You're expanding the horizons for the next generations for evolution, which is a beautiful purpose, a beautiful way of helping the human psyche grow out of those dark shadows. So this light is, I've been staring at this card like this whole time, and I just kept seeing this light swirling. I keep seeing this one too. So you are this light bringing out any of that stagnant energy where humanity has been falling on for a long time, because we've gone to the rise and we've gone to the fall. And at this point, we are at the rise where a lot of people are becoming very conscious of our human abilities, which are superhuman abilities, but technically they're not superhuman. They're supposed to be considered normal. So keep up your great work. Your powers, your abilities, your gifts are amazing, and they are going to only grow further as you go onto your journey. Spirit is guiding you along with this. They're very much alongside you, and a lot of this imagery, you can see it. They're guiding you through to make sure that your course is clear. There may be some ups and downs with the abilities, but of course, that's if you don't crash. So make sure you balance out what you're doing and make sure you're using that time to heal, even though you're collecting all this wisdom. Don't overwhelm your nervous system. Make sure you're being very safe about it, and you will just continue to grow and evolve and blossom. All right, pile one, I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys got some clarity on your gifts and abilities. And I'm wishing you many blessings. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. Hello, pile two. Let's see what your first card is. Number 20, Dream Journal. If you are on your way towards astral projection, lucid dreaming, more likely lucid dreaming with the dream journal. If you're dream journaling, this is what Spirit is acknowledging that you have been doing, and they are encouraging you. They are telling you you are getting closer to what you are trying to succeed in, as well as people who haven't started. They are letting you know that if this is something you've thought of doing, they're encouraging you to go along with it and go ahead and try journaling down your dreams, even if it's like a little flash of it or little flashes and it doesn't seem so understandable. Just go ahead and write it down anyway, or use your phone in your notes, or download a journal app helpful in that way. For some of you, I'm hearing writing in general. If you enjoy writing or if you've thought about writing, they're encouraging you to do that. We have deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. There is a lot of rest happening over here too, with her lying down, seeming like she's resting, and with dreams. And then we have deep replenishment, retreat, rest. If you have a lot of anxiety or a lot of stress going on revolving around your life, or even just a little bit, go ahead and take some time for yourself and pay attention to what your needs are, and put other people on the back burner for right now. It's not being rude, it's not being selfish. You've taken care of them. It's time to take care of your needs. We're going to dive into what your spiritual gifts are. We have spells. If you've been manifesting things, this is something that Spirit works with you. They want you to know that they hear you, and they do put in a lot of effort into making sure that things that are meant to be in your life, that you are manifesting, are coming into your life. We have tarot guidance. If you have tarot cards or you do divination or tarot readings, this is something that they encourage you to continue doing and expand on, learn more of if you haven't already. If this is something that you're interested in doing on YouTube or on TikTok or in general, personal readings, they're saying that you have a shaman soul within you. You can connect to spirit and consciousness and forms of divination, so you can excel in people's lives, in your own life, showing people the clarity that they need and what you need. This is something that they really enjoy you practicing and being closer to spirit. We have pendulum over here with decision. If you use the pendulum in your divination, this is a form where they can connect with you. These are your talents. These are your gifts. These are connection on another higher level. I see that your crown chakra is open and you download information very well. But with this rest and replenishment and dream, they're saying that don't overwhelm yourself, don't overwhelm your nervous system. Make sure that the downloads are gradually happening and you're processing the information as it's coming. We're going to look at some of your abilities. We have astrology, destiny. So if you enjoy astrology or interested in astrology and tarot, they really acknowledge this about you. This is one of your abilities that you can excel at, that is natural to your soul, something that you came into this lifetime with. And whenever the time is that it has been opened up to you, is the perfect alignment and timing that it was meant to happen. I'm also hearing that destiny plays a very large role in your life. That a lot of things are going to be very synchronized and feel like deja vu almost. You've gone through this parallel world, a parallel universe where you've already done things like this. We have dowsing rod, seeker. You have a lot of wisdom within you and psychic abilities that have a lot of forms of expression with spells, alchemy, tarot, pendulum, and as well as dowsing rods. If you use dowsing rods in your divination as well, this is a beautiful way of connecting with spirit, and they want you to know that they love using these different various forms. You have many abilities that they like to take part on, and if you haven't done dowsing rods, this could be some type of ability that is hidden to you and is trying to come out and be acknowledged by you. We have fortune cookie. Your clairvoyancy is very prominent. Destiny and fate plays a very large role in your life, and spirit is guiding you through it because it can go up and down and seem a little bit chaotic sometimes and can make you a little bit unsure. They are showing a lot of forms of divination to connect with spirit as well as lucid dreaming over here if you haven't already been starting to do that in your life. I'm also hearing for the dowsing rods with the seeker that you always go and seek, and this is one of your abilities, is having that desire, that curiosity to go and expand your horizons and your awareness to seek out other things and interests and cultures and realities that best serve you and what you need to do in your life and what you need to do to grow. We're going to clear up this fortune cookie a little bit. I do want to get a clarifying card. We have 35 violet coral community. I'm hearing for some of you that there is a abundance, a wealth that is promised for you, and the manifestation that you do, if you haven't been offered or given this abundance and wealth, then you are going to be receiving it. There's just certain things that you need to work on, revolving around the abundance and wealth and bringing it in. Manifestation is good on your part. The only thing is for some of you, it could be worked on because of the fortune coming in with community. There may be giving to and helping, which could be also a part of the depletion in your energy. If you have any feeling lost in energy, there may be a community of people around you who may be taking and dabbling in and trying to be around your energy that may not be serving you. We have Akasha. Your guidance is divinely guided. You are connected with Source and able to dive into deeper forms with this. I feel like lucid dreaming or maybe astral projection or both, if you have dabbled with both, that you are able to connect and seek out and bring in what you need to bring in. And I do feel that there are some people maybe around you that catch on to your energy, and you do need to call that power back if you haven't already. If you have, that's great. Keep calling back your power. Work on dream journaling. Keep doing what you're doing. Your gifts are amazing and they're always flourishing. You're always expanding. And these are some of the gifts that may even be hidden when it comes to dowsing rods. If you've been doing dowsing rods or tarot or pendulum, if they are something that you've been doing, Spirit is saying to continue on and grow in that and expand, and they're guiding you through it. We have Connect with Fire number 12 as your last card. It seems like this swirl over here was kind of calling out as well. It kind of gave me the same energy of the spark, this creative passion. You might even be a fire sign or have it somewhere in your placement. And if the number 12 is significant to you and maybe something that you've been seeing one or two lately, or just 12 in general, with Connect with Fire, I am having a sense that if you have more of a connection to the candle work or smoke divination as well, if this hasn't shown up, but it's something you do, Spirit is saying that you do that practice with your healing, and that is really amazing. And if you haven't, you should try and consider to start practicing with fire and peering into it, candle flames or smoke. I'm pretty sure there's even like an ash type of reading. I don't know what material is used, but if you're familiar with that, you can definitely do that or check it out if you're not familiar. I hope that this was helpful for you, Pile 2, with clarifying any of your abilities and gifts, and that you found joy in watching this video. So many blessings to you. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. Welcome, Pile 3. We're going to check out your first card. We have 26 Health Checkup. You may have work revolving around the hospital or nursing or anywhere around healthcare. If this is not something that you work around, then it could be Spirit letting you know that if this is something that has been on your mind, then definitely go get a health checkup. For some of you, it could just be health in general, not health checkup, not literally having to go and get a checkup from like a clinic or a hospital or anything like that. It could even be dental type of checkup. It could be cosmetic checkup if it's something cosmetic that you've wanted to be doing. It's maybe something on your mind when Spirit is letting you know like this is okay. This is like the A-okay, go for it. For some of you, if this is revolving more around an ability and gift, this could be something within you where you are nurturing, you are giving, you are healing, you are a healer. For many lifetimes, you've probably even been a shaman. It does seem like whatever is revolving around here, you'll know best if it regards to an actual health checkup or if it's in regards to your nature of your soul, which is healer energy. We have Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic Teacher. With this health checkup as well, you do have somewhat of like a doctor, which is somewhat of a teacher as well, because they can have students learning under them. There is a lot of leader energy in a very humble and secure way of blossoming the followers around you. We're going to look into some of your gifts, which would be around the talents that you possess, that your soul talents are, and what Spirit supports with your soul talents. We have Wishbone Affirmation. So, your affirmations, your manifestations, and things that you wish, things that you want to conjure end up happening. And a lot of people get kind of surprised or put off by it or not understand how it is that you're able to get what you want. And you understand the complexity of it, that there is a weight, there is a working into it, there is a moving, there's a trust in Spirit. You understand because you've gone through the trial and errors so many times. I'm not going to attempt to say the name, but if you understand the name, then you know what it is. I'm going to just say the fragmented part. So for me, this kind of seems almost like, I'm pretty sure this might be exactly what it is, like bone casting. If this is something that you are gifted in, something that you found interest in, or something that you don't even know that you might have interest in, this is something that Spirit is encouraging and bringing to the light. I'm also getting a sense of sand and shells if you do shell casting, if you do shell divination. I'm hearing for some of you as well, if you are around any beach area or sand where there's sand and water, this is something that your soul enjoys. This is something that your soul really releases a lot of negative energy or things that it doesn't need. and move forward with a lot of things because you're able to channel this type of energy when it comes to anywhere where there's water and flow and movement. We have numerology for another one of your gifts and talents. That's precision. Before we get into that, with the fragmented, I am hearing that if there are pieces that are broken, you can pick them up and put them back together. I'm even seeing a visual where there's these tiny little shards, these tiny little pieces where you're able to even put those back together properly. You'll take the time, you'll take the little moments, the little steps that needs to be taken to go and put everything back together because you know that it's beautiful and it's worth it. And that work, it it's not all that hard for you. So for some other people, it would be really hard. For you, you have precision to detail. You will go and pick up those pieces and work on yourself and heal. And it's like same thing when it comes to this health checkup, this doctor visual that I'm getting over here is a lot of times doctors have a lot of precision, a lot of detailed work, and they have to do like really tiny things where, any wrong move it could be over. So they have to go through like 800 plus procedures on a practice thing constantly until it's absolutely perfect and they don't make one wrong move. So this ties into what your gifts are, what you can do. You have a lot of that precision to detail, a lot of mastery to your manifestations as well. We're going to look into what your abilities are. Sensitivity. You are very attuned to emotions, to feelings, to vibrations, to frequencies going on around you. Animals are very connected to you too. You could also be in the veterinarian area, or if that's where you're at with this health checkup with this doctor. But if that's not the case, then animals are still coming through for some other people when it comes to nurturing, to having that sensibility. Spirit is easy to flow through you, is what I'm hearing too, because you do have that mystic teacher energy within your soul. You're able to connect with a lot of people and understand their issues, their problems, and that's where the doctor will learn and understand people's problems, and that's where you have the same energy. We have palmistry, interpretation. Yeah, interpretation, understanding and interpreting what's going on with others, what's going on with yourself, their needs, their wants, and everything when it comes to healing, affirming, and bringing in those fragmented pieces and putting them back together with that precision, that sensitivity and understanding, and really diving to the deepest levels of depth when it comes to understanding people and animals and things and energies. And palmistry, if this is something that is hidden to you, it's something that has ties to your souls if you are interested in palmistry. We have scrying mirror projection. I'm also hearing with this projection, astral projection, if you're interested in that or have been doing that, this is something that Spirit encourages. They say that your soul has a tied contract, like a permission slip to be able to move freely here and there. And if you don't do that, you just have to turn in that permission slip and then you're good to go. There may be a little bit of work for some of you. It may just be like a quick, like over the night thing. It just depends on the person. But with scrying mirror, if this is something you're interested in, then definitely go ahead and start practicing. If it's something you already practice, I am hearing that make sure that your scrying mirrors or any mirrors in general around you are always protected or somewhat covered or however you do your protection. A lot of spirits know that this is the easiest way to access you out of every divination form because your soul has that contract to be able to do this scrying mirror for connection to the highest form of light, your guides or your higher self, or other people's guides, in different forms of perceiving different projections of reality because there's no set stone reality. Such a wide open door when it comes to scrying mirrors, is what I'm hearing for not all of you, but most of you. So keep that in mind. This is your most powerful form of divination so far at this moment. Things will change, things will get more powerful, and sometimes spirit will close off certain ones that you just don't need or just don't serve you anymore, or the contract is done. So it's time to move on to another ability that needs to be worked and mastered on. I want to clarify a little bit of the fragment. We got expanded awareness number 16. So with the fragment, it's those times where those little pieces have become broken and you got to pick them up and it hurts, but it's doable. That expands awareness because next time, don't let this break in this way. Be careful, be aware of what could happen because that time it was new, it's a new lesson. Let's make sure that doesn't happen again. I have with the sensitivity, with the expanded awareness coming through as well, where your sensitivity has a very large role to play in when it comes to you expanding in general. We have yes, just say yes. For a lot of things that you're doing, or if there was a question that you happen to have asked in that moment during the reading, they're answering it right now. But if this is for others, I am feeling that this is something that is in regards to a lot of this. If there's something that you're weary of, or I'm not sure because I haven't, done much research on this or this, and you're not sure, they're saying just say yes, just go with it, follow your happiness because happiness is what's going to lead you to the fulfillment of what you desire in your life. And it can be more beautiful than what you even think it could be. If there's something that you wanted to do differently in your life currently, Spirit is also encouraging you to just say yes. We have Sound Healing 47 as your last card. Spirit is letting you know that if you have any instruments or you like to listen to binaural beats or any sound healing in general, this is something that would really help your soul's growth, your mind expansion, and just being at ease with yourself, being able to rest and have relaxation and open up those channels and chakras within you and heighten your awareness to expand yourself and your evolution of your growth and your spirituality. If this is something that you enjoy, then this is something that they're encouraging. But all right, pile 3, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this brought some clarity on your spiritual gifts and abilities. If you enjoy this kind of content, please give this video a like or a comment. Thank you again. And I wish you many blessings. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. Hello, pile 4. We're going to dive into your first card. We have number 27, Hydrate. If this is something that you need to be doing a little bit more, Spirit is acknowledging that and letting you know that hydration is very important for you specifically. This could be also letting you know that if you enjoy water, if you enjoy bathing, if you enjoy swimming, being around water in general would be very soothing and healing and take out a lot of negative energy if you go to an ocean, to a river. Mostly an ocean will do this best for you, but you can do it to a river if you don't have an ocean nearby. You can do it at a lake. And that water, the wind and the water will take any negative energy. You can sit there and meditate, breathe however you want to do it if you like to do this at all. As well, I'm getting that you could be potentially a water sign. So water does have a very big role to play in your life, in your energy. In your past, I am getting a visual and a hearing that some of you in your past as children truly enjoyed water. I'm seeing running in the rain during like a crazy storm, playing in the puddles. I'm hearing that that was really amazing and healing for you. Your inner child would always blossom. You just feel super free and unwavered by life. You can just forget about life. You can just open your third eye, is what I'm getting over here. Their eyes are closed and she has her third eye and it's blue. I am getting that this is like a really good opening of your psyche when it revolves around water in general. The color blue is coming through as well. If you really enjoy the color blue or surround yourself with the color blue, this could be very healing. This could open up your psyche more if you're even having a few issues with that when it comes to opening up your third eye to discover a few abilities within yourself and kind of just move to the next phase of your spiritual abilities and spiritual practices. It's so funny. We have blue coming out over here too, and we have Pleiades. Double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So if you are a water sign, this is definitely really connected. With this Pleiades and double mission, you are a light worker. You are a light warrior. You came down and you heard the earth's call, you heard the earth's cry. You came as one of the waves to really channel that light energy and awaken society, awaken humanity to its truest and highest potential. You have a higher calling within you and you are seeking it. And spirit is acknowledging that you are seeking it. They're saying, like, this is the time. Everything that you went through to wake up to that moment where you discovered yourself was the perfect timing. We're going to look into some of your gifts, which would be talents and supported gifts from your spirit guides. We have dowsing rod, seeker. It's so funny. I was just saying that you are a seeker. You all are seekers that are going through the journey and collecting all information that you can and distributing it properly in a healing, light way. So, dowsing rods, if this is something that you practice, this is a great tool of divination, a great tool of channeling and communicating with spirit. If this is something that you have not dabbled with yet, they're encouraging you and saying that it's safe for you to do this because it is a permission slip that you have tied with this dowsing rods. We have dictionary communication. Your communication skills are developing. You are a dictionary. People come to you for knowledge and wisdom. And if you feel that this is not so, you have been collecting data and information, and anything that you are absorbing, it is staying within your soul's records. As you go along with your practices in life and as you train your brain, as because it's a muscle, you're training your brain with these practices, with these meditations, with this channeling with spirit, collecting data, and staying very open to light source consciousness. This allows you to always have the capability in the future when you get to the point where you have gotten all the information that you can receive at the time, that has been filtered through, has been processed. This is something you can always reflect back on anytime you need. Kind of like the Akashic Records, more or less, connecting with the consciousness that is constantly existing and constantly allowing us to pull information from. This is something that you're pulling information from, and it's giving you those downloads directly. We have fire, spontaneity. If you do any candle work or smoke or even ash work, spirit acknowledges this fire within you, this creative spark within you, this creativity that you have. It is something that revolves around fire. If you peer into fire, fire and water usually wouldn't blend, but for you, you have that balancing about you and your soul's connection to previous lives, perhaps, where it's experienced many ups and downs, it's experienced different various forms of elements. So water can be very healing for you. Fire you can use for manifesting. With water, I feel you can use it for healing, peace, opening your chakras, opening up those wave paths for you where you can download your abilities or unlock those abilities. We're going to look at abilities now. We have Ouija board, caution. If some of you are new to divination and channeling spirit, this is a form of spirit using this card saying be cautious, understand the practice of placing light and protection around yourself. Truly dive into what forms of protection there are and what are closed practice protections, what is open to you if you've already done this. And they're saying that Ouija board is a practice that is open to you, then you are more than welcome to use that. Just make sure that with any form of divination that you understand the opening and closing of doors, the protection, and understand who you're talking to. Just keep in mind that because of media, particularly the Ouija board has now energy attached to it from a collective mass. If collectively everybody is looking at one thing and it means something else, but then they deem it as a negative thing, it's going to energetically transition more negatively. So understand that if this is a close practice to you, be cautious. If it's not a close practice to you, then you're fine. Just be mindful. We have flowers, fickle. So with flowers, there is a form of flower meditation, connecting with the life essence of flowers and trees, life, nature in general. You have a lot of connecting with that nature coming through. If this is something that you were not aware of that or could be hidden to you, this is spirit saying that nature is calling out to you. If you've ever heard as you're walking down a trail a tree call out to you and you're just like, well, I'm going to go to it and, hang out with this tree, hug it, speak with it mentally, connect with it. This is something that is soul tied to you. You have a permission slip, you have a contract to connect with life in nature on a much deeper level than other practitioners, other healers. We all have a level, but yours is a little bit higher in this field, just as your dowsing rods, just as the Ouija board. We have footprints, direction. Your ability to understand and trust the path that spirit is leading you on really dives deep into who your soul is. It has this understanding. And with footsteps, I'm hearing a past life, walking through those footsteps. It's something that you've been doing in this past life from your previous past life, perhaps, is a similar road, but there are certain things that need to be learned and exercised. We got number 10 yin. I wanted to clarify footprints a little bit. There's a balance. When you see footprints on the ground, one could be deeper than the other. One could be softer. You could try and tiptoe so you don't put too many marks in the ground or in the snow or something like that, right? But with the yin, the balancing of it with this footprints is you could step deep into mud and be stuck, or you could step onto solid ground and be perfectly fine and be on your path. These footprints is the direction of life, the path in general, journey to the end from A to B, and you have that directional passage. You have that key to the other side, as well as I'm getting a visual of like you in a dark tunnel holding a candle, and there's fear. There's no fear of what's at the other end or how long or what's going to come out from the shadows because you have been through the dark treading before. You have walked the path before. You've walked so many paths that your soul has an understanding. A lot of people don't know that it's not because you think too highly of yourself or you don't have any consideration of others, but no, you've walked the path. You know what it's like. You know what to be afraid of, what not to be afraid of. Because if you're afraid of something, it's just because you don't know what it is. But you know what it is. Your soul knows a lot of things because it's experienced so many things. That's why it has that balance coming out with the yin. For flowers, we got 16 expanded awareness. This is something that does expand your awareness, expands the sensation of your surroundings, and you have that attuned way of being where you can connect and have that sensitivity already bestowed onto your soul. And a lot of people may not even understand that. They may just call you like a tree hugger, or, they step on plants, but you don't. You walk around, or you may not want to walk on a bunch of grass where there's a bunch of ant hills and destroy those poor ants because they work so hard and you're just trampling on them. You have a lot of sensitivity to nature, and you have a lot. And with this mushroom, it is a mushroom where it has psychedelic effects. So there is that sensitivity, that connection, that attunement to life on the planet and Mother Earth itself because you respect her, you know her, you've been her, you've lived the life many times. We have Warrior Woman. Have you answered your deepest calling? I think I was saying earlier that your soul is here to lead, that you are a light worker, that you are a light warrior. You are literally here for your deepest calling. You have, and you are going towards it. You have awakened. The time has come where you have signed that contract, and the contract has come and turned in, and you are awakening. You have awoken and experiencing your new truth, experiencing who you're meant to be and what you need to go forward with your journey, what practices serve you best for your healing, for your mastery in life, for your mastery at being human. Mankind has such a beautiful, powerful mind that can expand to awarenesses and different heights and levels of being a superhuman, quote unquote, and naturally, that's how a natural human being is supposed to be. We could be unlocking much more of our brain, and that seems like what's happening in a lot of people's daily lives currently to this age is humanity is rising up and elevating in the mental field, in the spiritual field, and in the physical field. Their soul is leveling up and your soul is leveling up. You're taking the practices seriously, you're taking yourself seriously, and spirit is alongside you. They're encouraging you to continue because you are a warrior. You do have a double mission to channel and uplift humanity and yourself. And you've done this many times before. I'm also hearing that you have close practices not only revolving around a Ouija board. You could have ancestral practices that you may not know about or that you do know about that you haven't really dabbled with because you don't have an understanding clearly about it because it may be hard to come across with the information. Channel your ancestors, channel your spirit guides. They will give you all of the information you need to do those practices that are personal to your culture and your ancestors. All right, pile four. I hope that this gave you some clarity on your gifts and your abilities. I am giving you many blessings and wishing that you expand further in your horizons in your journey. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night. Welcome, pile five. We're going to take a peek at your first card. We have number 21, drink tea. If this is something that you enjoy, find peace in doing, your spirit guides are encouraging you to continue and stay at peace, stay balanced, stay one and centered with yourself. Be meditating when you need and when you're feeling called to be hydrated, be healing and personal to yourself and your needs. Nurturing yourself in many different ways that you feel is right for your highest purpose. I'm hearing that you have come to a place where you've manifested and you've meditated and you've worked on your tempers, on your habits, on your traumas. You've worked on every little grain of sand that is in your bag of things that you needed to work on. You have done so well, and they're saying enjoy your tea and enjoy your break. Enjoy your time to yourself. You have earned it. You have done so well. We have warrior woman. You have done so much work and you are here with a purpose. You have come down to this earth as a light worker, as a light warrior. You protect the astral realms during your sleeping moments. If you don't astral project or lucid dream, this is something that you do unconsciously. If you do astral project or lucid dream at all, during your astral projections, you do put up a good light when it comes to protecting and experiencing, gaining knowledge, working with your spirit guides, working on yourself. You've gone through a lot of work. And regardless if you haven't astral projected knowingly, then you are doing work on the other side for yourself and others in spirit. Your spirit team is very strong and they're with you. It's saying here, have you answered your deepest calling? I do feel like you're on the route towards that. You are on your way, you're making the effort, you're putting in the progression of experiencing and expanding yourself and your horizons and putting up boundaries to people who don't need to waste your time, don't need to be in your life at the time that they are not healing or growing. And you've tried, you've put in the effort, you've put your best foot forward. You learned that not everybody is on your path. It's going to be your path, and when they feel that they need to grow and expand, they'll come to you when the time is right. We're going to see what your gifts are, talents, and what your spirit supports in your talents. We have mystical over here, cloud. So I am getting a strong sense that you guys do travel, astral project or astral travel, or even lucid dream, or all three. If you're more of the psyche astral travel, then this is something that you do often or something that is hidden to you. I'm hearing that you have a innate gift to astral travel, astral project, and lucid dream. These gifts within you, you have practiced for many generations and lifetimes. I'm hearing you've even taught this to people. We have fortune cookie. So fortune and abundance is within you, is around you. These are things the spirit, it's a gift within you. These are things the spirit supports. Spirit supports this mystic energy within you and around you. This ability to travel beyond the stars and the clouds. We have tarot. There is this shaman within you, this wisdom, divination to expand and help others to recognize their highest potential and highest calling. If this is something that you enjoy, tarot reading, something that you think you could do as well for other people, then Spirit is encouraging you to continue or to start doing that. I'm hearing with the fortune is that fate also rests a lot in your own hands. You play a large part in fate when it comes to your life, that not everything is up to fate. A lot of times it'll feel like it, but there's a lot of work that you do that coincides with everything that happens within your life. So you do have some control and balance with taking action and where your life course goes. I'm feeling a lot of freedom with your end goal. Whatever you manifest that's the highest potential for you, it'll be rewarded tenfold. But if you do the opposite, it'll be just the same because you have that much of a role in your own fate. So you must be mindful and careful. We're going to look into your abilities, see what clarities you have, and divination, different forms of spirit connecting with your soul, what your soul possesses with your abilities. We have wishbone affirmation. Your manifestations and affirmations are heard clearly. You're wishing your manifestations, they are always being directed towards you with this fortune as well. Things that you want, things that you have practiced and grown up towards evolving what you need and what manifestation looks like for you. It's an ability that is part of your soul's contract. It's a permission slip that you have that you are able to use freely. We have palmistry. If you are enjoying palmistry or do not know of palmistry or something that you've been wanting to get into, this is spirit telling you that this is one of your soul's contracts where it's able to do something on that level of interpretation. This form of divination and wishbone divination. There's a lot of divination coming out for your abilities, so you may have a very strong connection with spirit already. And if not, then this is something they're telling you to encourage and go forth with and excel to higher lengths with. We have crystal ball clarity. You do have a lot of clarity, a lot of divination coming out for your abilities down here. If you have a crystal ball or you want to get a crystal ball, they're encouraging you to do that as well. This is something where they are able to connect with you on a quick, clear level. Things are very strong when it comes from a crystal ball with you, but be mindful to cover the crystal ball so your house is safe. Um, if you astral project, they get a direct communication with you in that way, which is great. If you don't, they say to use crystal balls, use wishbones, palmistry if you want to dive deeper into these endeavors, into these abilities that you possess within your soul, and help you practice it and give you information that you need. They'll give you all the downloads that you need for it. We have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. We have fate over here for a reason. With this future coming up so many times, with you being able to change your fate, you being able to do things, I think it's because of these ancestral patterns that need to be broken, things that have been going on that you're breaking the chain. You've been doing a lot of work, you've been placed into this family that you're in currently, this cultural background, the ancestral background, everything that you're in, you're here to break the chains and uplift your family, uplift your heritage, uplift your cultural background, uplift your future chain for for your future children, for your family's future children, for them to know that humanity can be so much better than what it is, that it can be uplifted. Our minds can do so much more than what the normal human mind can really do. With lifting yourself up and expanding, we can do so much more, connecting so much deeper to spirit in the astral realms. And you'll be giving that to your children if you have children. You're already giving that to your children if you already have children as well, is what I'm hearing. If you don't, you will give that to them. And if you don't plan on having children, you will be giving that soulfully to other children. You don't need to speak any words. A lot of times, children nowadays, they have such a deep level of sensitivity and understanding, such a clear connection to source consciousness that they can pick up on frequency. So they'll pick up on that healing, strong, intuitive frequency that you give off because you have that powerful energy and that light around you that's always emitting that light. And your sword, your weapon, your light is so powerful. It can go through and mend the way the reality can look for you. And it's because there are things that need to be broken and you're the one that's going to do it. And it's funny how there's a sword over here and it says break the chains. And it's almost like that cutting of chains is happening. We're going to get a last card for advice. We have energy work 22. So do energy work if you do this already. I have a lot of meditation that I was feeling over here already. And then we have chakras over here. If you work on those chakras, if you work on healing and meditation and certain practices or affirmations or mantras, these are something that spirit loves and guides you through and is with you in channeling. And I am hearing with this crown chakra over here that they literally go down like this and up and around, and they protect you. They're always with you. They're always watching out for you with energy work as well. I'm feeling. If you guys don't do energy work, for the very few of you that I'm feeling, go ahead and start doing that in whatever way feels comfortable for you. If you need to look it up and figure out which energy type of work would be best in healing for you, that will be amazing for your soul. It could awaken a lot of your abilities when it comes down to meditating, but I do feel for most of you, most of all of you, you've gone through a lot of work and energy work, and they're saying that your energy needs to be protected, is what I'm hearing for some of you as well. And a lot of you do protect your energy because you do know a lot of the practices, but for the few that don't know how to protect their energy, spirit will give you that information through downloads, through meditation, stepping on grass, drinking water, or praying over water, meditating over water, whatever way that that could be for you when it comes to energy work. Keep up the hard work. You've done so much so far. You're doing so great, and you're cutting the chains of the past. You're expanding with your gifts and talents. If these have not been known to you and is now known to you, you're going to have a lot of fun expanding in this. So thank you again for watching. Many blessings to you. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night, pile 5. Hello and welcome, pile 6. Let's take a peek at your first card. We have 49, spend time with friends. If this is something that you haven't been doing lately, Spirit is encouraging you to go ahead and spend some more time with friends and spend some more quality time with family. If you do this often, Spirit is acknowledging that you do this, and they say that this is for your best growth. This is something that you are able to do and have that energy to heal others, be around others, and socially recharge in that way. Perhaps you recharge by being around others with positive energy. This could also mean that you could have some people around you that may not have the best energy, and spirit could be saying that you could reconnect with some people who do have good energy, or find people who have that really good energy and spend time with them. Find your soul tribe is also what I'm hearing. Expanding to your soul family, finding out who is meant to serve you and who you are meant to serve in your highest good, your highest potential. I am also hearing that you have this socialness about you and this light about you that's very giving, very friendly, very energetic. This is also a gift that you possess within you, is having this caring energy and social energy. We have get grounded, empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. I am feeling that you're very connected and social and wanting to be with people, but if you aren't that social right now, this is spirit saying don't stick in the hermit mode for too long. Go ahead and expand, trust people again, find those soul people that are meant to be with you, those contracts that you have tied with you, because those people aren't going to let you down. We also have connect with nature, something that you probably already do. And if you haven't done that in a while, this is spirit calling you back out to nature so you can get that healing growth that you need and expanding your awareness, attuning to your psychic gifts and abilities. We have fortune cookie, fate awareness, expansion. We have smoke, prayers. We have coins, abundance. What I'm feeling for your gifts and what spirit supports in your talents is able to understand that fate can turn it each and which way, that you trust in spirit and that you can flow. You have this movement with you that people just don't understand. With the smoke and prayers, I'm feeling that if you do some form of divination, or if you ever sit by fire, a campfire, or even a candle, every time that you see the smoke, it's mesmerizing. You tend to see it and see images, or not even, it could be images, or it could even be like just the smoke itself will give you somewhat of a trance like state that will put you in a way where you can connect with spirit. And even if that's not the case, it could be something that spirit is letting you know that this is something you have within you, that is a gift, that is an ability that you can expand on and you can get clarity on when you go into that deep meditation when it comes to smoke or even fire itself, as well as coins and abundance. In regards of this card, I am feeling a strong, abundant manifestation that's easy to come within you. You have that ability to manifest, and people also don't understand that as well. It's like they don't get that fate and abundance with you comes in many different forms. It doesn't even have to be materialistic, but the material world is at your fingertips. You have the good manifestation structure when it comes to manifesting physical things to come into your life. It may take time, but you trust the process and you know it's going to come. You don't have to worry. You just have to keep working until you meet the point where spirit's at. We have dice, gamble, another fate, another going on with that risk. You can take risk, you can take chances, and you're lucky. You have spirit on your side. You're able to go and be risky. You're able to go and have that fun. And I think with spend time with friends, for some of you, if you have trust issues now where you don't really go spend time with people because of your luck, because of your fate, because of your fortune, because of your ability to manifest things and have things go your way, I feel like a lot of times people can use you or judge you or not feel like they feel good about themselves, so they treat you bad, and it could put you in a hermit mode and not really want to share this beautiful abundant power that you have because people take advantage of it. But if that's the case for some of you, if it's not, I am hearing that if you go out and find your soul tribe, they will not look at it this way, in that way. They will look at it in a way where they can build you up even more. They can make your luck even luckier. They can make your fate even better and prosperous. They can make your abundance even more abundant. And it can be shareable, but in a healthy, clean, respectful way. We have dreams, incubation. So with the incubation, before I get into the dreams, I am getting that hermit feeling again, feeling like that hibernation, incubation, not really wanting to expand because people just they chase and you're tired of running. You want to rest and relax because people can be wishy-washy, but for people who are social, open and trusting and learn those boundaries with dreams, this ties into something different, that traveling on an astral spirit plane type of way in the realms. I am seeing with this Egyptian statue's back here and her sleeping in her room, she's traveling to see other things, and this hue is usually going to be somewhat, it's going to be a little bit different than this hue, but this hue is what astral projecting type of hue would look like. So if it's something that you have been doing, astral projecting and lucid dreaming, it was a soul contract for you. It's a permission slip. It's something that you can do whenever you want, or when you turn in this permission slip to be able to do it. This could be something new that you're awakening to, something that you've been experiencing lately that could be paralysis. You could be experiencing some paralysis, but it's actually astral projection. It's just that very fine line, that veil that's like right there at being lifted where you're in your body. It's limbo. You're in limbo of being in your body and half out your body. So if you internally mentally acknowledge that sleep paralysis is just a form of astral projection, you're just stuck, you will then astral project the next time you have sleep paralysis. If that is the case for some of you, but you do have a very strong power, a very strong gift of connecting with spirit and traveling on the other side. If it could be um, astral projection, astral travel, lucid dreaming. For your last ability, we have geomancy, patience. You are definitely connected to the other side, big time, big time. And spirit acknowledges that you have a sacred geometry aspect to your soul patterns. You probably have seen that a lot if you've ever experienced any visuals or visions where it revolves around sacred geometry or sacred visuals and shapes and symbols. A lot of symbology probably comes into your life. A lot of Egypt ties into your past as well. Perhaps even astral projecting or lucid dreaming or asking spirit about Egypt in your ancestry, in your heritage, or in your past lives, if that ties into you at all. There could be some locked codes over there in your DNA. Sorry for the angle change. I ended up getting a call. We have Soul Family over here. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So it's so funny that we're also having Soul Family come out over here when we were talking a lot about your soul tribe, your soul family, and reaching out, finding out who those people are, connecting, and just manifesting it in. It's spirit really knows how to connect the dots with a lot of situations when it comes to reading, because this is so synchronized with this card right now and everything that we've been talking about. It's amazing that they pulled this out. Also, for some of you, I am hearing that you do have a lot of your soul tribe with you and around you right now. And if you are doing anything alone at this moment or doing any of these practices alone, that there are people who are meant to grow with you in some aspect, or have you learn off of them or them learn off of you. I wanted to get a clarifier for this card over here, but before I did, I was hearing like with this patience, there's like balance needing to happen or balance that you're bringing in with your abilities. This is something that you have, most of you already have a great balance within you. And then this card, number 2, came out as a clarification, defense, balance. Having this time to balance, having this way of being is very beautiful, and it's one of your abilities. And the number 2 is over there on that card if that is relevant to you and you have been seeing it lately. Your last card is 23 family. That connection, that group, the union, the family, and the partnership that's coming through. All of this connection with people and socializing. Spirit is saying that either you are very social and this is something that helps your spirit grow, and you have a lot of people that are meant to be around you in this lifetime, or that they're saying that you need to go into that energy because this is what's planned for you. Having those people around you that are meant to help you grow and you help them grow too. There's supposed to be a lot of people around you, and Spirit is encouraging that. All right, pile 6, I really hope that this reading clarified your abilities and gifts and anything that was hidden, anything that you needed from messages from Spirit. So thank you again. I hope you enjoyed this video. Many blessings to you. Have a beautiful day, evening, or night.